Hello, everybody, and welcome back to NADT. We've got an exciting match. It is going to be our second last match of the weekend between PP and Yay Aim Yay. Two teams that have certainly had some close calls on the way here. PP beating the second seed, Yukala Buvala, 6-5 in the tiebreaker, and Yay Aim Yay took down the 3 seed Honey Walnut Shrimp also in the tiebreaker. So both teams certainly earned their spots here. And we can take a look at the lineups quickly. On the side of Team PP, we've got Picapone versus Pez, also known as Godskin Noble. And on the AMA, we've got Wanderio and Hot Dog 2000, who's more commonly known as Swick. So two very good teams here. Wanderio has certainly had a busy night, just played over in Redlock, where they did win their match. So it's been a good night for Wanderio. Would certainly love to keep that going. And this past Picapone team has definitely a team that has had a lot of strength. They've looked really good on some of the more mechanically focused picks. They've looked quite solid on the hard rocks, but the free mods especially, they've been absolutely popping off. I mean, last week they were first place on free mod 3, second place on free mod 2, and the free mod 1. So would not be surprised to see one of those free mods protected. And interestingly enough, Wanderio is going to opt for the first ban, the free mod 1 protected. So that's going to be a tech-ish free mod. It's just AR8, CS 5.5, so a bit of an anti-mod there. Of course, Wanderio, very good at the lower AR map, so that one makes a lot of sense. We get the No Mod 1 being protected by PP. Of course, both Picapone and Pez are very strong aim players.
Baby, I could never be replaced, but you know
now we're getting a DT2 ban from Yay Aim Yay. It's going to be your 231 BM DT map. We get the No Mod 6 coming out as the next ban, and it's going to be AR 7.5 No Mod. So these lower AR bans, really smart here, I think, from PP. And yeah, it's really unusual, I must say, to see any team opt for the first ban, because you're kind of just giving your opponent slightly more information, as they're going to ban out the free mod 3 for their second ban, yet another Soundholic map. It looks like PP do not want to play that precision map into Swick and Wanderio. CS 7.8, definitely a tricky one. And yeah, very much the expected pick for Yay Aim Yay. $240 BPM. Sorry, this is the HD2, so this is going to be your AR 8.3 hidden map. Something Wanderio has certainly excelled on. Quick, no slouch on those maps either. But Picapone is also very capable of low AR player, so it's certainly not free for Yay Aim. Here we go. Good luck, have fun in the chat as we get into our first match of this semifinals matchup. It is the winner's bracket, so winner of this one will go on to face off against the cup, the 1 seed, and the loser will be dropping down to the loser's bracket. So elimination from the tournament not at stake here. It's a pretty short map at only 2 minutes in length, so any early misses are going to make a difference here. It is Pikapone with the first miss this time around. Quickly traded it back by Swick, so it's going to be Wonderio facing off against Pez now. We do have a bit of a trickier section coming up shortly, so going to want to keep an eye on those combos, especially for Wonderio and Paz, but supporting combo is going to matter a lot, and it's Pikapone finding another miss. It's a full break now for PP, and Yay and Mia are going to start to really run away with this one. Swick on a very nice recovery. Wonderio finally drops the FC. That's going to stem the bleeding just a little bit, but it's already 100,000 points in favor of Yay and Yay. Even though Wonderio continues to find misses, Swick is right there to make up the difference. It's nearly up to 500 combo. There's a little bit of an easier section, so this is just a free combo advantage for Yay and Yay. And that miss from Pikapone likely going to seal it. Swick does trade that one back, but that PP just don't have enough time to bring this one back, and looks like it is going to be the first point on the board for Yay and Yay. Very solid first pick from them. Well, it feels like still quite a few pick options left open. They do have that free mod 1, which is their protected pick. Could offer something like the free mod 2 instead, but the Hard Rocks as well are something that they've really excelled on, but they are going to go for the no mod 1. And so they do opt for that protected pick, no mod 1. Something they had one of the best scores on last weekend. Yay him, yay. They're really not too happy about the game, contrary to their team name. It is absolutely vital to win your own protected pick. Giving up a breakpoint on your protected pick is a little bit of a disaster. Pigapone with some early accuracy drops, but should be able to recover. We are going to see an early miss from Swick, and this is a very short map at only a minute and 40 seconds of drain time, so these early misses could certainly add up, but Yay and Mir at least keeping things close for the time being, as Swick should be able to recover. Into the streams now. Few accuracy drops, but both teams nailing the section. Here we go into some of the really tricky streams now. Those claim the entire lobby. But with that trade, it is going to favor Team PP. Pigapone finds yet another miss though, as does Pez. There goes Wanderio as well. Spick, the last one holding. Down by about 80,000 points though, and just not going to have enough time to win this one back. So PP do hold on to their own protected pick just barely, and are going to tie things up 1-1. But Yay and Yay do have a protected pick of their own in that free mod one, if they do want to go in that direction. And the free mod one, it will be indeed. So far, we have seen Wanderio taking the hiddens on the free mod, and Swick opting for the hard rocks. Of course, we do need one mod on each player. Team PP have looked really, really good on the free mods. On their end, they've been running Pigapone on the HD and Pez on the hard rock, so I think on a map like this, very likely to just have one hidden, one hard rock once again. This match is being streamed. So, you know, let's try not to get the stream banned. That would be kind of cool. Just put that. So true, Rob. So true. And we might have an easy. That would be exciting. This is a pretty map that has a fair bit of aim control. It looks like it's going to be a double easy. Both Spick and Wanderio running that one. Pigapone on the hidden. And I have to assume it's Pez on the hard rock once he gets onto the correct map. It's going to be an early miss from Pigapone. Struggling a bit with the accuracy as well. Both easy players have an easy time at the start as expected, but it's not until a little bit later into the map we start to see them struggle as the pattern's becoming a little bit trickier to read. There's a miss from Pez now. It's been full resets from PP. The easy multiplier is a 1.75. but it's already converted on the screen, so I don't have to do the math manually. And it's more misses coming out from Pez as Ponderio and Swick holding their full combos, really starting to pull ahead in this map. We can see why this was the predicted pick. They've clearly put the time in to practice this one on the easy. And at the halfway mark of the map, they're just going to continue to pull ahead, approaching 80,000 points, and that's only going to continue to grow. Pigapone is there on a recovery, but without a mistake from Ye Aim Ye, there's not a whole lot Pigapone is going to be able to do about it. It's a double miss on that section, though. Both of them just misaiming. Pigapone trades it right back, though. That's a tough pattern on the head. Now, Pez's 400 combo might just be enough. That score lead is going back over, but it's a double miss, a full reset from Team PP. And that should let Ye Aim Ye hold on to the lead here and make this one 2-1. Yeah, Calcs are already in. Ye Aim Ye have secured that point. Yeah, we're fancy over at NADT. We got the live easy Calcs. It's going to be the Hard Rock 1 pick up next for PP. They're just going for all the ones. And unsurprisingly, Pez, one of the strongest Hard Rock players in the game. Yeah, not quite 996k. That would be a pretty big easy multiplier. Yeah, all the Hard Rocks category that Team PP are definitely known for. It's kind of map that I expect Ye Aim Ye to have a bit of a tougher time keeping up on, and they have struggled with some of the Hard Rocks throughout the tournament, even just going back to last week, whereas PP have had some of the best scores, putting up the top score on last week's Hard Rock 1 with Pez getting a Hard Rock SC, one of only 2 in the entire tournament. We'll see if Pez can put up a similar level of performance here. I mean, Swick definitely a very capable Hard Rock player, but Wanderio not known so much for the Hard Rock. Definitely more comfortable on the Hidden Radiant style of maps. I do think the aim focus favors PP as well. It's going to be early misses from both players on the side of Ye Aim Ye. Shouldn't be too consequential though. As long as they can find some recoveries, they should be in a relatively okay spot. Wanderio struggling a little bit with the accuracy. Has unsurprisingly the highest accuracy in the lobby by a decent margin. Is going to be giving PP about 100,000 point lead. This is a bit of an easier section. It could very well come down to this next key. We are far enough into the map now where these misses are going to start to matter. And so the next set of misses are going to be pretty big here. And it's going to be Wanderio, the next one to find a miss. That's going to put Ye so far on the back foot. Swick, last one standing. Pez does trade it back. That's not the player you want missing for PP. Now it's going to be Vigapone facing off against Swick. Vigapone is in the lead by about 100 combo. And Ye have a lot of ground to make up. Swick misses on absolutely nothing. And they all stayed at the break. That's a little bit tragic for Swick. Vigapone is just going to be able to run away with this one now. As the score lead increases very quickly to 250,000 points. Vigapone does under-aim that pattern, but with a third of the map to go, I just don't think Ye quite have the time to bring this one back. They would need much bigger combos on really both players. And honestly, pretty comparable scores across the board. Swick up at that 550k mark as well. Just Wanderio falling a little bit behind, understandably. As tricky map, Vigapone does find the miss at the end, but the score gap is just too big, and it's going to be tied up 2-2. Thank you, Dada, indeed. First Ki coming up shortly. Have to keep an eye on those accuracies for some of these Hard Rock players. Usually a good indicator of comfort level. Looking pretty good for everybody so far, but it's going to be Wanderio with the first miss for this map. Does have plenty of time to recover though. There are still a lot of very tricky parts of this map left to come. Into one of the next slightly trickier sections. Still 3 FCs on the board with Wanderio, not too far behind. Everybody nailing that pattern though. Looking pretty solid in this Ki. And everybody gets through it. Into the break, this one. And despite the 70,000 point lead, Yay Aim Yay have the combos to bring this one back if we see any misses from PP. This one is still anybody's game. And there's still so much map left to be played. This next Ki though, toughest one so far. There goes Wanderio, not having a good time on that pattern. If we see a double miss though, Swick is there to capitalize. There's one miss coming out from Pez, but there goes Swick and Wanderio as well. It's a double miss for Yay Aim Yay. Make that a full reset across the board, but a full reset heavily favors PP, and with that set of misses, it's going to be very, very tough for Yay Aim Yay to bring this one back. They just don't have the combo. This section of the map is just so tricky. And that's likely to be it for Yay Aim Yay on this one, unless we see a complete meltdown in the ending from Team PP. And it looks like this should be our first breakpoint of the match going in favor of Team PP. And so Yay Aim Yay have their work cut out for them going forward. PP do have the next pick. They do still have quite a few of those hard rocks open. Neither team has really touched many of the DTs last week, but could see those being good options for VP as well. I think the Hard Rock 3 is certainly a possibility at this point. The HT1, not necessarily a pick I was expecting from PP. It is 240 BPM, definitely a faster map. Yeah, might as well just get all the ones out of the way at this point. This is a map that feels like Yay Aim Yay could do pretty well on it. And Wandario is a pretty solid hidden player. And here we go into the hidden one. Remember, Yay Aim Yay going to need to find themselves a breakpoint at some point in this match. If they want to bring this one back, TP of course would love to consolidate this breakpoint. Doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any early misses. Both teams starting strong. Into the first trickier section of the map now. These really fast, slightly awkward jumps. See a lot of linear patterns on this map. Everybody so far on both sides nailing these patterns. Accuracy is relatively close as well. It's just going to be a slight advantage in favor of Team PP. And they see all four FCs at the break. Pressure is going to be on now for both sides. Has single-handedly winning the spinner battle there, giving them like an extra 10,000 points of advantage. On a map like close as this one, it's the kind of thing that could make a difference, but the second half of this map, a lot trickier than the first half. Swick is going to find the first miss. And unless that's traded back, that's going to be pretty disastrous for Yay as Swick follows it up with a second miss. Go into the next ski. Quick, continuing to struggle. There goes Wandario as well, and this one is looking incredibly good for PP now. Pez does trade that one back, but once again, it's Gigaphone holding this FC strong, looking to close this map out in style. On a map like this, 323,000 points is a pretty big gap. Gigaphone certainly feeling the nerves, but honestly, just needs to hold on for another 100 combo. And should have this one secured. Calling the rest of the lobby noobs. You know, fair enough when you're the only one left with any combo. Some very tricky ending jumps. We'll see if Gigaphone can hit them. It looks like it will be the FC for Gigaphone. What a score. That's now the break point from that free mod to consolidated. Yay, aim, yay. Are gonna have to make their next pick very carefully. That is gonna be the Hard Rock 3. That is not quite the pick I would have expected from them, but we'll have to see whether it pays off. And PP did ban out the Hard Rock 2 at least. Just waiting for the players to hop back into the lobby. There they are, which means you should be getting started with Hard Rock 3 any moment now. And this is an absolute must-win pick for AIM. If you put PP on break point, or on match point, sorry, on their own pick, that will likely spell the end for AIM's time in the winner's bracket at least, of course. There's no any elimination in this matchup. Picapone, not interested in skipping the intro. Does find the first miss though. That's why you skip the intro, I guess. It's definitely a bit more of a rhythmic swing map. It is 3.5 minutes in length, so there's going to be lots of time to build up these combos. Gigaphone has done a good job of recovering. That is the first kind of relevant miss coming out from Swick. Finding quite a few there, dropping a lot of accuracy as well, but it's immediately traded back by Pez, so that's going to stem the bleeding for AIM, but Swick finding quite a few chain misses here, not having a good time from this map. All the pressure is on Wanderio now. There goes Pikaphone, last FC gone, well, last big combo gone, I should say, from PP, and now Wanderio has a chance to keep AIM in this match, but they're far from out of the woods. There's a lot of map left to be played, which means Wanderio is going to need to hold for quite a while longer in order to secure this one. And there's the miss from Wanderio. They really didn't manage to build up any score lead whatsoever. In fact, they find themselves down by 5,000 points. Pikaphone and Wanderio are going to be trading, and it's just that accuracy difference right now. Pez holding that high 98 is doing so much work for PP. But Pikaphone finds yet another miss. It is Swick currently with the highest AC in the lobby, or the highest combo in the lobby, and that's keeping things close between these two teams. With a third of the map to go, this one is anybody's game. Swick again just missing on the slow section. Cannot afford to miss there. Now Pez is so far ahead of everybody else in the lobby in terms of combo. Pikaphone does find the miss. Everybody except for Pez missing. And we could very well be heading towards another breakpoint for PP. And Pez, one of the best Hard Rock players in the game, And giving us a reminder of that here on this map. This ending so tricky, but Paz not being slowed in the slightest. Accuracy is incredible on a map like this. And it's going to be putting up a really, really strong score of about 550k. As we welcome Fredericks to the stream.
The Modern Walker, we have a great match on our hands here.
Yeah, we do have Team VP on match point.
Oh. Yeah, this match is for a top 3 finish, so pretty great spot to be in there.
Yeah, especially coming in as the 7th seed.
Oh, they're on second pick, and they have the chance to win on their own pick here.
Yes, they do. It's been 2 breakpoints now in a row for Team VP. It was actually 4 points in a row now, I believe, for them.
Yeah, no matter which first, second pick, 2 breakpoints in a row is gonna put you in a very large lead.
Yep, and feels like PP still have a fair few picks left open. I mean, they do have the entirety of the DT pool. They probably don't want to touch Hidden 3.
It's kind of hard to pick the DT pool into Swick, but maybe you just ball anyway. But they do got a couple options out here.
Yeah, I mean, Wanderio I don't think is as much of a DT player, which balances things out a little bit, and they are going to opt for that DT1.
Yeah, okay, so of the double time skill sets, your DT1's going to be more mechanically accessible. So Pikachu and Wanderio are still going to be able to compete with each other here as Pez and Hotdog 2000 gonna be battling out here as the main 2 players to watch out for in terms of score for their team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this one is 260 BPM, air 10.5, so definitely on the faster side.
Yeah, that's for sure, but definitely still in the realm of manageable at this caliber of play.
Yeah, definitely should be. Over on our other matchup, we've got Do You Have Kickback against Ubala Bubala, which is the Taquito Rectagon team. They're currently up 3-0, so that match, despite starting 30 minutes later, might not be going much longer than this one.
As we wait for Pikachu and Wanderio to finish practicing the map.
They've been doing that every map.
Oh man, the Pro 365 Mario, you are a pioneer of the OC tournament meta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's the worst meta.
Yeah, but he's been, I don't know how long he's been doing this, but like he really became notorious for it around in like 2020 in Suiji, where everyone was like, come on, dude, you don't gotta play the map in solo. Like that's what practice is for. But then, kind of caught on. It's like, wait, you know what, low key, like playing the map you're about to play, like preparing yourself for it is just kind of nice. We have the timer. Might as well give you an edge in the opening. Not give up any early misses. So.
Yep, and then every pick is max timer, and matches take ages.
Yeah, like the timer was put in place to prevent stalling, but unfortunately, because there is a timer, players can use it. Simply put. But here we go, Genryu Kaiko DT1. Off to smooth start for everyone. Swick accuracy, not to be mentioned.
I'm sure it'll recover with time. Has accuracy, not to be mentioned either, but for different reasons. And Swick is going to find the first miss. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Swick not looking too comfortable to start off with. Not what I'd expect. Maybe he should have exited the lobby and practiced the map as well.
Yeah.
But like you said, lots of time to recover. We're only just now entering the first KI, so plenty of time.
Yeah, just 3 minutes and 20 seconds worth of map, so it does have the recovery combo. That accuracy does hurt, though. It's going to put them down by about 60,000, and I mean, Pikapone especially has been looking really, really good this match, and still holding that FC. There goes Pez. Now it's going to be a bit of a 1v1 between Pikapone and Wandario.
Yeah, but Wandario has a % up on Pikapone, giving the edge to Wandario in that matchup, and Swick, the recovery combo is there. Slowly but surely, he'll take over Pez's own score.
Yeah, it's going back over incredibly quickly here. Swick just needs to hold on through this next Ki, and Yay should be able to bring this one back and keep themselves in the winner's bracket for at least one map longer.
Oh, those angle jumps.
Oh, Wandario, but that's a big miss.
Pikachu follows, and Swick, only recover remaining, not an FC, and Pez has recovered since then, so it's not going to be huge momentum, but in that time, Yay Aim has taken over the lead by 30k.
Yeah,
25k, my mistake, but
that section tanked a ton of accuracy, and so the accuracy, at least team-wise, is pretty even now. It's going to come down to these combos, which is pretty heavily in favor of Swick, as Pikapone finds yet another miss. It is all up to Pez to hold on and just wait for a Swick miss in the ending.
Yeah, and Pikapone not quite finding a recovery combo. Gonna make things much harder. Hey, you know, despite, you know, being down at the 95%, Swick, been a combo warrior ever since that.
Nice one, Rex.
My fault, my fault. 142k, I don't think Pez has enough score there, especially with Wandario tailing him.
No, I think Yay has done enough. They should get this breakpoint right back, and PP, they missed out on a valuable chance to close this match out. Yay are going to have the next pick, and if they can win that one as well, they might just have the momentum to find the second breakpoint that they need.
Yeah, and you know, you give up this break point, and then your opponent wins the next play, and you're just thinking, like, man, are we really going to fumble this? Because, you know, it's one more break point away, just your last pick. That's why you take second pick, right? But a break point saved, a match point saved, excuse me, and so Wandario have another pick to put the pressure back on to team performance points.
Hard to say. I do think we're getting to the stage of the match where the picks are starting to run out. There's no obvious favored picks for either team. I mean, there is still the hidden 3 could be interesting for Yay.
Instead, they go for the Nomad 3.
Yeah. Not a bad choice. It is still that alt-focused Nomad.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty solid pick. Both Wandario and Swick have high potential on this, both having very solid aim control. So, you know, they're just gonna bet on their own consistency here with the Nomad 3.
Yep. But both Pikapone and Pez are pretty solid on the aim control as well. So it's definitely a gamble, but I think any map is a gamble at this stage.
Yeah, there's 2 types of last picks: the YOLO picks, and then the let's go for something consistent. And you know, just like, where the combos lie, we'll find out.
Yes, we will. As Wandario, the timer watcher this time around.
Yeah, both Pikapone and Pez, you know, just putting timers on their phone instead here. You're gonna hear the alarm bells ringing as soon as the timer goes down.
Yeah, Pez is back. They're gonna be switching slots this time around.
Yeah, maybe get a more uneven matchup in the 1v1s.
There you go. It's all about those 1v1s. Yeah, our other match is currently 4-0, so do you have kickback are having some struggles against our number 2 seed.
And here we go.
Pez getting the nerves out with that early miss.
Now Pikaphone to follow up. That's 2 misses already on the side of performance points.
Yeah,
and usually with these long types of maps, the first, I mean, it's usually the case. The first combo you get is pretty important since a lot of songs, a lot of maps aren't really intense until like a minute or so in. And as that translates to Osu combo, that's a lot of time to build up combos and potential score leads if someone else were to miss. So there's just this could have some pretty big implications for how this point goes here for Yay Aim, and another drop from Pikapone. Let's get Noble alone on an iceberg.
Yeah, not just the miss, but a pretty massive chain drop. Gonna tank the accuracy for Pika, but Swick does trade that one back a little bit later. Yay Aim have built up this advantage to about 100,000 points, and with Wandario still holding and the accuracy in their favor, Yay are certainly in a good spot, but still have the map to go, and this is the hardest section coming up after the break. Swick just misreads that pattern, it looked like, and Pikapo now on a recovery is going to bring the score gap back down.
Yeah, and despite the early miss from Pez, it's only like 20 combo in. As I say that, Pikapo misses, and so the combo advantage gone on their side. And Swick going to be making up the 1% act disadvantage that Wandario has.
Yeah, I mean, this is a bit of an easier section for both teams. And oh, that's a big miss from Wandario and huge. Swick. It's a full reset.
Double miss.
Pez is going to bring this score lead back so quickly.
Yeah, he's got the reverse choke here to end it all. The score flips. It's all on Pez here to hold the lead for long enough so that Wandario and Swick can't come back.
Yeah, it's a very tricky section, though. We see Pikapo finding a number of misses
he's
as Wandario, but yeah, Pez is unstoppable so far on this pick. Desperately wants to put them through to top 3, and I mean, Pez is going off right now. This is a crazy score.
Yo, chill, bro. You already won. Chill.
That's ridiculous.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Pez.
That's an insane display of precision there.
Yeah, that'll probably be one of the best scores on the map this weekend, if not the best.
Yeah. Reverse choke from Pez, misses 20 combo in. 960,000 points, might as well be an FC. 99.56.
Yeah. And with that, team performance points are going to be moving on to the winners bracket finals, where they will face off against the cup, our 1 seed of NADT. Of course, Yay are not going to be out of the tournament just yet. They're going to be dropping to the losers bracket, where they will play all speed, no wit. So huge congratulations to Team PP. We do have one more match going on. That's currently 5-0 in favor of Uvula Buvula. Just waiting on the last pick. So I don't believe we're going to stream that one. I'm honestly not sure there's much point. So that will probably do it for us.
Yeah, congrats again for Pikapone and Pez for guaranteeing themselves a top 3 finish here in this tournament. You will be getting the schedule later tonight, and the map will showcase will be happening tomorrow as usual. So look out for that.
And stats later tonight as well, apparently. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you to Rob for the stream, Verderix for joining me in the casting booth, and last but not least, thank you guys all for watching. Have a good night.